How did this become this?
I feel alive because I'm with you. I feel
Hi, I'm Doddi and I want to tell you the song Hi, I'm Doddi and I want to tell you the story behind the song I wrote in 2005. My newest release, Alive. My journey into music was an accident, a pure accident. I am a radio show host, and in 2003 I hosted a morning show, comedy show with my good friend PJ Sigfusion, the funniest man in Iceland. (1999). We needed a sketch for the show, so I decided to make a song. I heard on the radio too many times a song from Justin Timberlake, and there was a part in it that I found pretty funny, and I thought, why don't I use that? It's a dirty song about a character that I made up on the spot called Love Guru. He was the answer to all girls' dreams in the world. He thought, nobody else, just him. The song became a hit, and I ended up making a whole album as this Love Guru guy. That album gave me 5 top 10 hits. The album gave me 5 top... Fucking A. The album gave me 5 top 10 hits on the Icelandic chart, and we even toured the country as Love Guru All-Stars. Singers, dancers, DJs, the lot. A big show, baby. This is Love Guru.
Guru Jump.
Klári í allt, giltu galli, svarti gluggar. Ég falkongræs, miklu betur en rest, jó. Mér langar í sleik. Halló, hver kominn aftur? Og mér fyrir tíkalegu danskraftur. Koma svo! Dum, dum, da-dum, da-da-dum.
Like I said, we made bad music, but people liked it, so we thought, okay, let's make some good music and stop this silly music thing. And that was the plan. Skip the yellow jumpsuit and dress nice, make serious music. That was a big mistake. Nobody wanted serious Love Guru. Just some fat man in a yellow jumpsuit singing about how great he is and all the girls in the world loves him. So that joke of mine about making boring music for people to like, it bit me in the ass. In 2005 we needed some songs to follow up the album. And that was a problem because I can't sing, I don't play any instruments, and at that time I didn't even have any equipment in the computer to make anything. But I am a DJ. I can chop things up and make something out of that. And that's what I did. I always loved that song from Blamans, Living on the Ceiling, and I edited the instrumental parts together and wrote a new melody over it. And I recorded my demo. It's beautiful, but you have to listen carefully when I rap. There is some raps there. Pretty cool, you think? Yep. So we started working. I'm reading it from the screen. We started working on that song, and I wanted to keep this Indian vibes that the Blamans were working with in their song. But we decided to leave the rap out, skip the raps. Bad decision, bad. One of the biggest producers here in Iceland wanted in on the action. He made me a deal. You give me half of the royalties and I will make it a hit for you. And I'm still waiting for his contribution, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be great. This is Alive version 2. But the Indian vibes didn't do it for me, so we called in remixers called Tweak or Bjarki Batman, and he remixed the song. This is his remix. Not great. So he remixed it again. Not great, so he remixed it again. Pretty cool. So this was the final version in 2005, But we never did anything with it because nobody wanted to listen to the serious Love Guru All-Stars, English words, lesbian love song, not the guru that people wanted. So the song died. I made one last remix of the remix myself. And that version got some airplay on a little radio station here in Iceland, but that was it. Alive was dead. Until 2019. I made a remix album for Love Guru. Got somebody to remix it again, and it wasn't that great. Also in 2019 I released my first single as Doddi. A song I made with the glorious Una Steph, brilliant Icelandic singer, and I loved it, so I thought I just had to make an album as Doddi. I released that album April 16. When I was finishing the album, my good friend Weekendson asked me, why don't you use that Alive song?
Yes, me and Doddi, we met for the first time at a production school in 2005, I think, and became friends from that course. We didn't learn anything at all in there, to be honest, and I think Doddi will agree with me with that. But it gave us a lot, at least me, to get to know him and get a great friend like Doddi. The final assignment in that school, or in this course, was to produce a song, our own song. And Doddi did this song, Alive, and I liked it a lot, and it was on my mind. I never forgot it. And then I was helping Doddi working on his album Last, and I think all the recordings were done when I came up with the idea that this song, Alive, maybe it should be on it because it's a good song. And he had forgotten about the song. But he said, yeah, okay, and started working on that and wanted to sing it. And I said, no, hang on. Maybe the song isn't for you to sing. Now, Doddi is an amazing singer. We know that have listened to his album. But I didn't quite think the song was for him to sing. And I asked him, I had this friend, awesome singer called Irisey. Maybe I could check if she would be able to, or wanting to, sing the song. And she was, and did an amazing job. I think the song came out perfectly, like it is. I love the the production on it of it. That's how it is.
The original lyrics are not great. That lesbian love song that we wrote together, me and Eva Maria Glimmer, the singer of Love Guru All Stars. So I wrote new lyrics and decided to start from scratch with the song. Of course, I called my main man Nedek, a man who produced many songs on the album. Nedek was 9 years old when I wrote Alive, and his genre is EDM, but he had been making 80s music, new romantic music, trip-hop 90s on the last album. So, of course, I asked him to help me with Alive. Like I said, he is EDM.
Better than sex. This is better than. We just came to party.
But who is this Nedek guy? The only thing I know is that he is from Morocco. He's 24, I think, and he is a brilliant guy. Nedek, who is this guy, and how was it producing Alive? Are you still alive?
Oh, hi there, my man. Hi there. I'm alive, safe and sound. I hope all of you are doing good. As my friend Doddi said, I'm Nedek, 24 years old, DJ and music producer from Morocco, from a town called Tangier. So we've been doing music together for almost 2 years now. It's been a really fun ride. We made a lot of music together. I'm really pleased to be friends with him, with you, my man. Thank you for everything. I basically co-produced Alive with Doddi. He's the main producer. All the ideas are his. The vision and the composition and arrangement, all his. I'm just like giving a hand. So yeah, we don't want to take credit from the man, the myth and the legend Doddi. So enough said, let's get right into the project.
You drive me crazy.
Alright, so this is the project right here of Alive, and we're going to have a quick overview of the main things that we did. So starting off with these dreamy pads that Doddi had. We ended up not making any new ones. We used these that Doddi had back in the days. So yeah, these are the coats or the pads. So the processing on the pads is really simple, nothing really fancy. Some EQing, cutting off the lower frequencies, taking rid of those muddy frequencies. We have imager. We control the stereo image of the pads. We make the very low range. We make it mono, and we make sure that the mids and the higher mids are a bit in the stereo field. I used some saturation to boost up some dynamics, and a limiter at the end of the chain. Yeah, this is basically it. This is with the processing. And this is without any processing. Not a huge difference, to be honest, but it makes sense with the overall mix down and the other elements. It shines through the mix really good. So these are the pads. Going to the vocal, the pretty dope vocal that we had here.
Sleepless nights wondering about you, dreaming of what we used to do. Now I look and you're not there. I need you to make it true.
This is the raw recording without any effects, without any processing.
Sleepless nights wondering about you, dreaming of what we used to do. Now I look and you're not there. I need you to make it true.
So to bring the vocal, to bring the alive vocal to life, we actually did a lot of processing. We started up with some de-essing. So what it does, it cuts out every harsh frequency of the vocal. Like each time a very harsh frequency is presented, this plugin is reducing it, especially the harsh S's and H sounds. So this is a pretty useful tool. We did some analog EQ here. I boosted a lot of highs. We wanted that air. We wanted that brightness, and to bring that brightness to the vocal, we boosted a little bit of the mids here. Some tuning, not much. As you can see here, the tune speed is at a very low value. We did some compression, analog compression, some EQ here. I cut around 240 dB, and at the end of the chain we controlled the stereo image of the vocal. So I want it to be more in the sides because it was so mono, which didn't sound good at all.
Sleepless nights wondering about you, dreaming of what we used to do. Now I look at you.
Going through to the other chain, so it's pretty heavy processing on the vocal. Another stereo imaging filter. I think this one is for automation purposes. Another EQ, boosted a little bit of the highs here. We wanted more air. Doddi asked for that, so yeah, and it was the right decision. Limiting here, this is the trans gates. This is the effect that we used at the very last part of the song. So this plugin is the one that does the effects here. Like it ducks the volume in a very groovy way, if we can say that. And at the very end of the chain we have a limiter, and it's automated throughout the song, because at certain certain parts of the song, we felt that the vocal needs a little bit of the volume up, and other parts we ducked it down, so we have a consistent level of volume of the vocal. So this is the end result.
Sleepless nights wondering about you, dreaming of what we used to do. Now I look and you're not there. I need you to make it true.
Going up to another very important element, which is what we call the hook, the melody hook, which is this one. This is the sound that this is the break hook, obviously. It's a soft one, and it consists of two different sounds. This one here, it's a synth. Okay, and this one here, it's more of a bassy sound, and together they sound like this. Really soft and vibey. And then here we have the main hook, the main sound of the drop. This is a more energetic sound, which consists of 4 layers. This one, the first one, I used Spire here, my favorite synth, and another. Altogether they sound like this. For the processing, I've routed all the sounds into one channel, and in this channel where the magic happens. Some EQ cutting up the low frequencies at 84 Hertz, and then cutting out some of the highs, leaving space for the other sounds that I'm going to show you in a bit. Some OTT. This is really glues all the sounds together so they sound as one. So this is the purpose. We want to make all the sounds, all these different layers, we want to make them as one unit, as one sound. That's the goal. OTT, this plugin, pretty much does it in a very good way. So yeah, filter for automation, balancing the mix, another EQ cutting up the lower frequencies at 91 Hertz, and at the end of the chain always a limiter to control the dynamics of the sound. So this is the result. And this is without any processing. Shit, the baddest sound ever. Alright, moving on to the other layers that make up the drop hook, which is this one. Again, another 4 sounds, 8 of total. So this is the sound I use. Another great and one of my favorite synthesizers, which is Silent one. So this is another layer, another sound. sound. And all together they sound like this. Again, the same processing, the same trick. I've routed all the sounds into one mixing channel, and then we mix it separately here. I've added this effect here. It's called Vitamin. The name of the plugin speaks for itself. Like it adds protein to the sound. It makes it healthier. Yeah. We add an OTT again for the same purpose, to glue all the things together, all the sounds together. Of course, an EQ here, got at 87 Hertz. This EQ right here, I've used it for automation purposes, because we have some parts in the song that this hook is playing at the same time with the vocals. So what this EQ does here is it cuts out all these frequencies when the vocal is playing at the same time. So it leaves space for the vocal. A limiter again here at the end of the chain, and this is the resolution. So this is the last drop here. We made sure that we have all the energy there. We made sure that this is the most powerful and energetic drop of the song. So we added some elements, and the main one is the tweak. We called it the tweak. Me and Doddi. So this is the one. It's basically an acid sound, which sounds like this by its own. Yeah, it adds a lot of energy. It's not the best sound, to be honest, when you listen to it by its own. Not the best, really, but it makes so much sense when it's with all the other elements. So the processing on it is really a lot of processing. I added this one, this plugin. This plugin, what it does is it adds movement to the stereo image. So we add this effect right here, which is called the Brower Motion Stereo. It's called panning. We pan the sound from left to right to make a very cool effect out of it. And it's a mixing trick too, because we want to make space for the other elements that are playing at the same time. So in this last drop, as we said, it has so many elements, so we want to mix them properly. Yeah, so that's why we added this one, EQ here, filter, pitch shifter for yeah, as you can notice here, the sound goes up and down, up and down. That was Doddi's idea. So yeah, the pitch shifter does that effect. Really cool. We have sidechain. This is what makes your head pumping when you're listening to dance music. No dance music on planet Earth don't use these effects. This is the sidechain. It's yeah, it's ducking out the sound at every step, you know. Another sidechain, and EQ, and at the end a limiter controlling the dynamics of the sound. So yeah, this is without any processing. Not really the best sound. And this with all the work. And yeah, this is everything together.
You drive me crazy.
And there you have it. That was a very quick overview of Alive. Such a beautiful, energetic song. I love it. I loved working on it. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Doddi. And hopefully see you soon. Ciao.
This was Nedek. This was the first time I see him work. We work things in a strange way. Like I said, we never met, me and Nedek. We spoke once on Skype, but the connection was so bad, so poor, that we stopped that. So we mostly speak on Messenger on Facebook. Then he sends me link to his SoundCloud and his demos. Of course, I should write comments here and we would work out things from that, but I don't. I do this. I get the song and listen to it, then I give him a voice message, maybe sometimes 20 or 30 minutes long. He loves that. And I make these markers to remember what parts I want to fix or something like that. You can just imagine how much fun it is when we are in the mixing stages. The words tiny fraction is used too much. Just a tiny fraction more, tiny fraction louder, and all that. So working from Iceland and Morocco, this is the way, the only way. I have here one of the last voice messages I sent Nedek when we were finishing Alive, just for you to hear how this works. It's wonderful. Hey there, my man. Thank you for this. This sounds so good. Of course, I have something, but it's so tiny. You are opening for the filter in the verses. If you could keep it just a little bit longer. It's just a second, you know. It's maybe two notes. You are messing with the vocal here. It's a tiny bit like the shit in the break. What if the last I feel alive would be that thing? What do you think about that? I was wondering if it would be cooler if you would keep it up there, you know, when it's going and you keep it. So there it is. The story of Alive started early 80s with Blamans and Living on the Ceiling, and 2005 I stole that song and wrote my melody on it then many years later it's finally finished. Pretty good for a man who can't sing or play instruments. That's the main reason I made this documentary. Again, it was Weekendson who told me you should tell this story, and I did. I was gonna do it in maybe 5 minutes. It's a bit longer than 5 minutes. I started making this documentary maybe 4 or 5 months ago, before I released Alive, and forgot it, like I do. And I just remembered it the other day, because we're going to do the same thing again. Weekendson, again, reminded me of another song I made at this time, maybe 2006, I don't know. Again, something that a man who can't sing or play instrument has to do, because I'm a DJ, so I chopped up many songs, not just one song like I did with Alive. So we have a pop quiz for you. How many songs do you know in this last song that I'm gonna play for you? Write your answers in the comments here below. Okay, and if you get all of them, all the songs that are in this last song that I'm gonna play you, you get a big prize. I promise you that. You are wondering what this is? It's a prop from Love Guru's last video. My daughter painted this, so I can't throw it away, but I don't know what to do with it. Anywho, like I said, again, Weekendson reminded me of this song. We are gonna do it from scratch. Again, of course, my man Nedek is producing, co-producing, like he calls it. The song was called We Are the All-Stars. It's in Icelandic. So I wrote the new lyrics for all my beautiful fans out there. I have one, my daughter, but she knows English, so I wrote it in English. Thank you for watching. If anyone is still watching, I found it interesting to see how Nedek works. I never seen that before. I want to thank Weekendson for making me finish this song Alive, and again the next release, I Want You, also all his fault. I had forgotten that song as well, but it's a nice song. I'm gonna play it for you. If you think you know the songs that I stole to write my own song, write your thoughts in the comments. But thank you for watching. Thank you, Weekendson. Thank you, Iris A. Thank you, Nedek. And just thank you all.
Love. 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 Við erum all stars. Við erum all stars. Dansaðu með okkur, við erum all-stars, dansaðu með okkur, við erum all-stars, dansaðu með okkur, dansaðu, dansaðu, dansaðu með okkur, við erum all-stars, dansaðu með okkur, við erum all-stars, dansaðu með okkur, við erum all-stars, dansaðu með okkur, dansaðu, dansaðu, dansaðu með okkur.
Gefðu mér frið til þess að skoða þig, til að snerta þig. þitt skín á mig. Láttu mig finna fyrir hitanum, fyrir svitanum. Lóng mér að finna fyrir þér. Takturinn tryllir mig og fyllir mig af alls kyns hugmyndum sem að dofna í brjósti mér. Mér líður vel á þér, þú átt þinn stað í hjarta mér. Mér líður vel á þér, því ég vil dansa.
Við erum allstars, dansaðu með okkur. Við erum allstars, dansaðu með okkur. Við erum allstars, dansaðu með okkur. Dansaðu, dansaðu, dansaðu með okkur.
Láttu mig finna fyrir hitanum, fyrir svitanum. Lóng mér að finna fyrir þér. Takturinn tryllir mig og fyllir mig af alls kyns hugmyndum sem að dofna í brjósti mér. Mér líður vel á þér, þú átt þinn stað í hjarta mér. Mér líður vel á þér, því ég vil dansa. Love.